Welcome back. It's been a while because I've been on a social media hiatus, but today we are doing M&M's Kitchen. And today we're going over macros.
What are macros?
Macros are short for macronutrients. They make up your calories, so your macros include protein, carbs, fats. That is how we eat, is based off of macros. It is whole, healthier food, so we're not just like a if it fits person. We do more whole foods, but that's how we like arrange our food.
The way I always describe it to people too, most people just track calories, and you will lose weight with calories, but when you're building a physique or a look, it's more important, obviously. And most people in the fitness industry know what macros are, but this is for the people not in the fitness industry. Like I said, you can eat 2,000 calories in fats and still not look good because your muscles don't necessarily need that much fat, and that's where macros come into play. I always tell people it's more an in-depth calorie count.
It's how to pinpoint what you want. So right. We base our macros. We are currently both eating maintenance macros, essentially. Yeah. But we're trying to hone in on cutting some much needed fat, and then here in a couple months, we'll be cutting our macros very, very slowly to help do that. But right now I'm losing currently on my maintenance ones, and I'll stay at that until I stop losing for a couple weeks until I plateau, and then I'll slowly, very slowly start cutting macros. And this I have found is really good for my lifestyle, because if I want my little Chloe's popsicle at night, I can usually fit that in, and it's not like restrictive at all. The way I eat is not really restrictive at all. I still fit in my favorite things. So we're gonna go through what we eat in a day. But we do this the whole week, so we did our meal prep today. So we meal prep for the whole week, and we're gonna show you all of our meals. My meal one, and we're gonna pop up the specific macronutrients for this meal as I go through it, is Dave. So I'm doing like an English McMuffin. Is that what it's called? Okay, I'm doing like an egg McMuffin because I love egg McMuffin. So it's egg McMuffin inspired because McDonald's doesn't come with like enough protein for me. So here's how I do that, and I make it healthier and better for you. Dave's Killer Bread English muffins. And these have 6 grams of protein, so this really helps me reach my protein goal. I'll do that with 3 egg whites, 1 ounce of Black Forest ham. I'm very specific on my ham. I normally like it like freshly cut from the deli, but that's gonna have to do because the deli was closed. Half an ounce of cheese, pepper jack, and then I have 1 whole egg on the side. So my breakfast is, I always have 3 egg whites, 1 whole egg, and then whatever else changes around that. But that's what it is this week. Inspired by the Egg McMuffin. My
first meal is oatmeal. 1 pack right now. It might go up.
It will go up.
It will go up, she says. And then I've been doing like a carton of egg whites. So I do a whole carton of egg whites for the week, so 5 days. And then I add in about 3 or 4 whole eggs into that, and then I put some seasoning and things like that. And then I take the Simply potatoes and I do a whole bag. That's also 5 servings. So I have 1 serving of the potatoes, and then I have 5 servings of the egg whites, and then kind of like 3/4 of a regular whole egg in there. But that's really cut back on my fats. I used to do 5 whole eggs and then sausage with that, so it was quite a bit higher. Sausage, obviously, just the eggs too. But now it's mainly egg whites. It's doable with the oatmeal, put it that way. This is quite bland, but it gets my macros in.
I would like to preface, I won't lead you guys down a bland road. I would never do that to you guys. I like good food that tastes
She likes
good.
to eat.
I do.
Okay.
Okay.
Meal 2.
My second meal, I've been on, it's ground turkey, cabbage, and then a little bit of jasmine rice. I did have to add in the jasmine rice this week because I was really low on my carbs last week. Matt makes this meal, and you put ginger, soy sauce, low sodium obviously,
and sesame oil.
And garlic.
Fresh ginger though, that's the trick.
It is. Fresh ginger makes a huge difference.
With cabbage, you say cabbage?
Yeah, cabbage, and this is 2 meals. I'm not gonna eat this whole thing in one, but this will get me 2 meals, 2 days worth.
I have the same meal. Mine is a cup of rice, and and then 6 ounces of turkey.
Okay, meal 3. I wouldn't necessarily call it a meal. So what I did was I bulked up my protein in my other meals so I could like have less time prepping in the kitchen, and this has really helped. So I'll do like a snack type meal that I don't really have to cook. And it's gonna be a little more carb heavy because that's usually what I'm missing in my meals. Like I said, I added the protein to my other meals.
Both of us.
Yeah. I'll do 1 serving of fruit. Right now it's an orange. And I'll do 1 serving of these. They're so delicious. Buffalo pretzels. And I love them because they only have 1.5 grams of fat per serving. So they're very low fat, which I need. And they help me meet my carb goal along with the orange. But I like to do 1 serving of fruit every day. I really try.
This is my 3rd meal, which is my lunch. And I do 6 ounces of chicken, 6 ounces of sweet potatoes, and then some veggies, which is zucchini this week.
They usually rotate depending on what we're feeling.
And sweet potatoes is the staple food for anyone exercising. And I do not enjoy them, but you can literally tell a difference in your workouts just from sweet potatoes. It's unbelievable. The reason we eat sweet potatoes is because it is a slow burning carb that gives you energy throughout the entire day, rather than rice, which rice is a very fast acting carb and gets into your bloodstream really quick. That's why we eat rice kind of before and after workouts, just to get sugar and carbohydrates back into the muscle very quickly. And then same thing with chicken. Chicken is the lower the fat and the faster the acting protein. So when you hear bodybuilders and people eating chicken and rice, because it's very, very fast acting, and then same thing, you're eating sweet potato earlier in the day because it's gonna give you that long lasting, same thing with oatmeal for breakfast. It's gonna give you that long lasting energy throughout the day. Just a quick little yeah.
Education, Matt education.
That's the same reason, like I said, why we do macros the way we do. There's, like I said, the most basic thing you think of is just the calories.
Nutrient timing.
Yeah, exactly.
Nutrient timing is also important.
Exactly. It depends how deep you want to get into it, how, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can go deeper in another video.
There's, right.
My 4th meal is my pre-workout meal, and I do half a cup of rice, 4 ounces of chicken breasts. Chicken thighs are my go-to, but again, I'm having to slash my fat. So chicken breast it is, and then whatever vegetable I'm feeling. Like he said, we're doing zucchini this week. And I'll normally put like a sauce on this, like a low-fat sauce. So I have a ginger sesame sauce from the Ginger People that I love. Or I have a buffalo sauce that I use that both have really great macros and they fit perfectly. The Chick-fil-A sauce, however, does not fit, sadly. So that's my pre-workout, and like you said, it is quicker and I eat it usually right before we go to the gym.
And the reason you have protein and carbs before you work out is?
For energy.
For energy. And if you don't have protein before you work out, your body will break down your muscle too instead. So you want to have some protein.
You don't want your body to break down your muscle.
Yeah. That being said, fasted cardio does, up to what, 30 minutes or so?
30 minutes, yeah, 30-ish.
So one of my meals, pre-workout meals, is turkey, ground turkey, 6 ounces or so, and then 1 cup of rice, and then black beans. And this is a good.
And we season this meal with taco seasoning.
Taco seasoning, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of taco seasonings have a lot of sodium, so you have to keep an eye on that.
Yes, and sugars.
Yeah, sugars too. Again, you still need to put it in your track.
And then I do that for dinner, and this is my meal that is really non-negotiable. I don't do rice with mine though. So I'll do 1 serving of black beans, and then 5 ounces of turkey seasoned with taco seasoning. And then I like to make mine taste really good. Non-negotiable meal here. I add banana peppers, salsa, and then best of all, hint of lime, tortilla chips, sometimes Fritos. I'm a Frito person, but my friends got me hooked on these.
They're less fat than Frito.
They are. And I do measure these out. I don't just willy-nilly put them on there. I measure them out 1 serving.
Which brings us to the scale, right?
Yeah, good job.
The scale's the most important thing in the kitchen. Literally, these are what, $7.99 on
Actually,
Amazon.
your wife is.
Yeah, okay, she's sometimes. The scale is very, very important. $7.99 on Amazon, and it will allow you to be more accurate with all your,
It gives you a better estimate of what you're
doing. It's so
doing.
quick and easy just to throw it on. It does ounces, grams. Ounces, grams?
Ounces, grams, fluid ounces, I don't know, we only use ounces and grams.
But anyways, yeah, you have to weigh everything. You have to.
Why do you? You overestimate your movement, underestimate what you're eating.
I used to overestimate what I ate.
But you're the opposite of like what an average person would be. Because he's trying to gain weight.
Always, my whole life.
Right.
That's why I thought it was okay to just eat and eat and eat.
Yeah.
And didn't care about everything else. My last meal is 6 ounces of chicken, which is pretty standard. You don't really want to go above 6 ounces for most anybody, especially women. But it all depends on how much muscle you actually have on your body, just depending on how much chicken or protein you'll eat at a time. And then 6 ounces of red potatoes. So this is my post-workout, same thing. I love potatoes, so red potatoes are my favorite tasting. And then chicken. And then our chicken's always marinated with something that's not low sugar and low fat, right? Something like that. And we marinate it overnight, and then we grill all of our chicken breasts. So we do a lot of chicken breasts. And then I'll put this with broccoli, frozen broccoli, because it's easy. And then my snack, because I'm still, with all this, I'm still like 130 grams low on carbohydrates, which is crazy, but it is. So even with 5 meals, I have to add in some pretzels. And pretzels they help me with my crunch because I'm a chip eater. But if you look at Lay's potato chips, it's 9 grams of fat. I'm only allowed 57 for the day, so 9 in one little serving is nothing. But anyways, if you eat 5 meals a day, that 57 grams of fat disappears instantly. So these are 0 grams of fat, and they are 25 grams of carbs. Even a little bit of this will help me.
How many is in a serving?
20 pretzels is a serving. That definitely curbs my crunch really quickly.
So if you want to get started like this, I'll give you like a little breakdown of how to do that. You want to figure out your macros. You're going to figure out that based on what you want to do. Lose weight, gain weight, stay the same, recomp. So you're going to figure out that. And you can do that. You can look up a macro calculator. You're welcome to reach out to one of us if you need help doing that. But like if you just Google macro calculator, you can find one. It makes you put in all your little information and stuff.
It is calculator, by the way.
Calculator. I say it right.
Calculator.
Shut up. Calculator. So you'll do that, figure out your macros. So then from there, you start making out your meal plan. So I take my little list, write out, I do 5 meals a day. I do it for him and I. 5 meals, I write down what, sounds good, whatever I'm vibing on. And then I'll make my grocery list from that. Before I finalize anything, I put it in MyFitnessPal to make sure that I'm hitting all my macros. I learned this the hard way because one week I meal prepped, and I was not kidding you, 20 grams over my fat, and I had already meal prepped and it was done. The deed was done, I had to eat it. I am not for wasting food, especially with how much money we spend on grocery shopping. Put it in your MyFitnessPal and plan it out before.
Because you will be wrong if you don't.
You absolutely will be wrong.
Yes, you're always wrong.
You're wrong.
Guessing. You're always wrong guessing, you just are.
Yes.
It's wishful thinking, I don't know.
It is, yeah, it is very. So then from there, I finalize my grocery list, make any little tweaks I need to, and then I meal prep based off of that. Again, if you need help, please feel free to reach out. We would love to help you. But we do the same thing, I also want to say, for the weekends as well. We struggle with the weekends. I know a lot of people who do well during the weekdays, and then they just don't plan. We've been doing a lot better at planning our weekends as well. Same thing, make my short little weekend meal prep. The weekends though, I do cook a fresh dinner. Tonight, since we are both watching Fats, I got 1 whole steak, we're gonna split that, and then I have a ton of shrimp that I'm gonna cook because shrimp is low fat. We love steak and
high cholesterol.
I cook a bomb steak. So we're doing that, some Brussels sprouts and some roasted potatoes. So I'll cook fresh stuff, and sometimes I try out new meals on the weekends too that might be meal preppable as well. So that's kind of what I use my weekends for. Does take a little time, but lately with COVID, we haven't really done much. We just stay in on the weekends, read books.
Talk about booze.
How to track it or just?
Well, we're not drinking right now, but.
We're not. We always do dry January, We are gonna do it for 90 days. We're gonna start off real strong this year. Again, January I did a social detox. I'm doing an alcohol detox. Not that I need a detox per se, but it just is getting in the way of our goals.
Right.
And it was time that we just like had to make the decision, like we can't do this. It's empty calories. I don't have that much to give away for how much wine I do like to drink on a weekend night. Like 3 glasses is like 90 carbs. And I will show you guys how to track alcohol in another one I learned from my coach a couple months ago. So I will show you guys that. But essentially if I wanted 3 glasses of wine, that's 90 carbs. And you can plan around for that, but it's just useless. It's not going, it's taking up, then I'm having to struggle to get protein in, which is another big one that I already struggle with. And it's just, it also, alcohol breaks down muscle. It just goes against all of my goals, and it was just time we made that decision. Like, we're gonna go strong, really strong at the beginning of the year, the first quarter of the year, and then usually that's a snowball effect. So I'm not saying I'm not drinking forever, but beginning of the year, we're doing it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to us babble, rant. Look forward for more. We're gonna think about what to shoot next. If you have any ideas, just shoot them in the comments below. If you need any help, again, reach out to us. Thanks for being here, you all.
Bye-bye.